Hi, welcome to my channel, Takia Tarot. Today is September 1st. It's September, Monday, 2025. So, couple things. First, it is super early. It is so early right now. It's like 6 o'clock in the morning. Second, I have a new chair. Look. And it's big enough for me to like cross my legs on it, which I like to do when I'm doing my readings, right? And like it's super cozy enough to where I can like watch a movie on it, just get it like a blanket and get all cozy, right? I love it. So I'm excited for this new journey with this new chair. Third of all, I can literally say Google me. How cool is that? Well, it's actually like an ego massager, really. That's really why it's fun. But because of my book. So if you Google my book, like if you search up my book on Google, it's literally the first one that pops up. The first one that pops up. So right? Clock it. But yeah, so that's pretty cool. So that's the third thing. The fourth thing is school is starting up, so be very vigilant and cautious of your children. You know, keep that thing on you, right? Stay prayed up, and you know, when it comes to your children, you're gonna have to be. Okay? Get yourself some protection. Okay? What else? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to sleep after this. Oh, right. I had like a bajillion dreams last night. Give me a second. I gotta hold on. All right. I had to do like a recap of the dreams I had last night. It was just so much. My goodness. And it's crazy because I know like when I go back to sleep, it's gonna be like even more. So. Ugh. Why? I know why. Alright, so before I get started, I want to remind anyone that's watching that these messages are not going to resonate with everyone, and that's okay. If they resonate with you and gives you clarity, great. If it does not, then don't force it to be your story, love. That's funny. You know what the best part of today is? That I can go back to sleep. I'm like free essentially today, so alright, okay. I'm gonna start with that one and see what happens. But yeah, go buy my book. It's $15 for hardcover, $14 for softcover. It's on Amazon. It was like a fun little project that I did, just like a little story that I created for fun to see if I could, and I did. So I'm pretty satisfied with the results. Yeah. You know what song that just popped into my head? That anxiety song. Right? First of all, the original is way better by Gaultier, somebody I used to know. It's way better. Okay. Also, the second one, I don't know. I feel like you gotta be careful with that song because you're gonna be inviting that energy. Okay. But there definitely is somebody who's feeling really, really anxious. Like they feel paranoid, anxious. Like they really feel like they're being watched. They could feel like, they could think that like they can't hide anything from you because you just know. And that's amping up their anxiety. Like, how do you know? How do you know, right? That's weird. There was just a baby that was being born. It's a commercial. It says free your feet. Huh. It's annoying when a commercial ruins my nice ambiance. But it said free your feet. So I feel like you essentially removed yourself from the burdens and anxieties of the world, the earth. No, not the earth, the world. Alright? You did that. Because literally, realistically speaking, what is there to be worried about? Oh, well, what if he... Okay, well, screw him. What if she... Okay, well, goodbye. Well, what if that... Are you breaking the laws? No, so what are you worried about? Are you hurting anybody? What are you worried about? I feel like you've got a bunch of people around you that their anxiety stems from a fear of failure. Which is understandable, but if you're gonna hold on to that energy for dear life because you're so afraid of failing, don't you realize that mistakes, good things, and blessings and creations happen from mistakes and failures and rock bottom and things like that? Those things are necessary. So you got people that are so afraid of not wanting to experience those things that come to find out, are you living life? What are you experiencing? What are you doing? So you do have an anxiety energy around you. It's not yours. I feel like, realistically, what is there to be worried about? Anxiety is just, and I'm not trying to downplay anything, okay? You don't know my story, so relax, okay? But realistically, anxiety is just being really freaking nervous all the time. Oh, you ever see that little blue mouse from Bear in the Big Blue House? I think his name was Cutter or something. I don't know, maybe not. But if you watch that show, Bear in the Big Blue House, there's like this little blue mouse. Always like, I'm telling you, that's literally how anxiety feels, okay? It's just being nervous all the time. All the time. And that's exhausting. And that kind of energy is really good sometimes. To like, hey, maybe, right? It's good to have sometimes. But to be nervous all the time about everything, 24/7, all day, all night, nah, that's too much. Alright? That's not your energy. It literally just said free your feet. Okay? You're not, like, you're grounded, but in a way where it's not like, it stops you from living your dreams, or it stops you from having goals, ambitions. It stops you from daydreaming. It stops you from, you know, taking a moment to just, you know, what if? La La Land, right? Because sometimes you need to go to visit La La Land sometimes. It's good. It's good. Go. Right? So, I just heard, what if I go to La La Land and I never come back? Well, then I don't know what to tell you. That's not... You're asking me something that has nothing to do with me. That's you. Deal with that. So... And if you don't come back, you probably don't want to come back. But that's a whole different thing. But anyway, so... Yeah, that line came into my head. You definitely have a lot of people that are nervous. I just heard they're nervous of you as well. You got people that are nervous around you as well. They're just like... like naturally nervous around you. Like they have to... I don't know, like they have to present themselves a certain way to you now. Like act accordingly, come correct kind of energy, right? So like they know that. It's kind of like, you know how like when you go somewhere, okay, and you have to, okay, let me fix my, okay, how do I look? How do I, like, right? It's kind of like that energy. It may not be to that extreme, but the way your energy is, people around you know that when it comes to you, they have to come correct, right? Be presentable, decorum, right? Mind your manners. And that makes them nervous because now they have to straighten up. So... I feel like these people can't figure out the balance between that energy, right? but you also need to understand that like you can't be. I feel like you got people that are in that energy, right? And maybe not because of just you. It could be just whatever. They're trying to be in that energy, but not realizing that you also need to balance that energy out by daydreaming, right? Have a little Virgo, have a little Pisces energy, okay? You need to have both energies. It's good to have both energies, right? Too much Virgo and you lose sight of the magic. Too much Pisces and you lose sight of reality, okay? You need a little bit of both. And I feel like people are too much into reality, which is not bad, obviously, right? But then they want to dip their toes into daydreaming, la la land, and they're just like, well, what if? Yeah, what if? Right, yeah, what if? What if that happens, right? What are you going to do if it happens, right? What if? So, put some contingencies in places, what if? Anyways, so you do have a lot of people that are anxious around you and just, I don't know, naturally nervous about the world, their lives, whatever. And they're naturally nervous around you, right? You get the letter P, could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial name of a word or place. I'm getting the word player. You got a player that's trying to play games with your energy. This is so stupid. I'm already over the reading. So you have a person that's trying to play games in your energy. I'm also getting the word prying. Okay, so you might have people that are trying to pry into your personal life. If you don't know what the word pry means, it's just trying to like peek in, but very subtle, right? You know how the only thing that I can think of right now that's coming to my mind, I don't know why, but thank you, is a can. It's so funny because I'm literally looking at a can of carrots. Right? You know how like when you're trying to open up a metal can, right? And then like the lid is opened up a little bit, so you try to like open it very slowly, very carefully because you don't want to get cut. It's like that. You have people that are trying, or maybe a person, it could be one person that's trying to do this with you, trying to slowly but carefully pry into your personal life, peek into your personal life, but they got to be careful because they don't want to get cut. Because the minute that you figure it out, they're going to get cut out. They're going to get axed out. They're going to be, hey, you, who goes there? Right? That lid's going to shut. So you definitely have a person that's definitely trying to pry into your personal life, pry into your business, right? So, but I'm also getting this person that they want to play games. They don't understand who they're going up against. They don't understand what they're going up against. Whatever they're trying to do is essentially way, way, way above their pay grade. I mean, who told them this was okay to do? Lied to them. This is like a bad friend that's telling them, oh yeah, you could totally pull that outfit off, knowing good darn and well your friend looks frumpy in that outfit and you just want them to fail so you can look good. This is that energy. Somebody deliberately wants this person to fail because they know they are. I don't know why, but whoever this enemy of yours is, whoever's sending them in is definitely not a friend to them either. So the enemy's enemy, essentially. So, but again, there's no honor amongst thieves. So, can you really be surprised? No. Anyways, what do we have on the bottom? He's obsessed with you. Okay. So this is a masculine that is obsessed with you, a player that's trying to play games in your energy, trying to pry into your business, peek into your life, right? And this person's obsessed with you. I want to go back to sleep, actually. I should probably eat something first. I haven't really been eating much the past couple days because I've been so busy. You know how, like, when you're constantly go, and then you just, like, snack here and there, right? And it's not until, like, after you've, like, relaxed, you're like, I kind of am hungry. I really am hungry. I should probably go eat something, right? So, I mean, I don't mind it, but, you know. So, plus, I just think of it as, like, I'm fasting. So, it's okay, I'm fasting. So, oh, gosh. Okay, what else? So for some of you, this could be a masculine that is obsessed with you. Don't know. For some of you, it could be a feminine that is obsessed with you. Don't know if they're karmic, masculine, or divine. Or karmic, regular, or divine. Regular is like... how do I want to do this? So divine would be like seasoned meat. Seasoned meat, right? Do I want to use it that way? Huh. Never mind. Never mind. Because it's just going to open up a can of worms and I don't want to... Because I will need 3 and... The letter R. Could be somebody's first, last, middle, initial number of a word or place. Why am I getting Puerto Rico? That's so funny. I'm actually from Puerto Rico. Okay, so you could be from Puerto Rico, you could be Puerto Rican, someone could be Puerto Rican, or this is just about something about territory. So I don't know if you know this, but Puerto Rico is technically not a state. They want to be the 51st state of the United States, but for some reason it's just a whole thing, okay? They're technically a territory of the U.S. So essentially, if you really want to look at it for what it is, the U.S. owns Puerto Rico. All right? Puerto Rico, they don't have the same... It's just not... They're not a state. They're a territory. Like Hawaii. Not like Hawaii. Hawaii, I think, is a state, actually. They made Hawaii a state. But Puerto Rico is a territory. Right? So, like, they own Puerto Rico. So, I feel like, essentially, someone wants to, like, own you or, like, have access to you. Because Puerto Rico is, like, rich in, like, nature, sugar canes, things like that. A lot of resources, a lot of abundance. It's right. So you could be very resourceful, very abundant, and whoever wants to play games with your energy, trying to peek into your energy, I wonder if the person who is obsessed with you is different from the person that's prying into your business. And I wonder if the reason why they're prying into your business because they know that somebody is obsessed with you, but they want to know why they're obsessed with you. So it might be because they think that you have things the person is obsessed with. Earthly things, tangible things. And it makes that person very, very anxious because it's kind of like, how can you acquire those things? And I read a post recently about a woman. And in that post, she said, don't hurt your pockets trying to compete with me. This is my husband's money I'm spending. Okay? So whoever is anxious about the things that you have, they think it's making them anxious because they're trying to compete with what you have and things, but those are things that are given to you by God. So this person's gonna run themselves ragged, burn their pockets out, go crazy, lose their health because you're competing against God. That's not how that works. Alright? So this could be a feminine or a masculine that's trying to peek into your life, trying to pry into you to see why a particular masculine is obsessed with you. Right? Now, why this masculine is obsessed with you, I don't know. But you have someone that also wants to know why they're obsessed with you. And they think that the reason why this masculine is obsessed with you is because of the things that you have on earth. Tangible things. Things that you can touch. Right? So that's that. You're very resourceful, very abundant. You ever see Puerto Rico? Puerto Rico is a beautiful island. Beautiful, beautiful island. I am so proud to be Puerto Rican. All right. It's very diverse. Very diverse. All right. The mountains are beautiful. The countryside's beautiful. I'm from the country, so in Puerto Rico. Yeah. So you know what's interesting too? I noticed that Puerto Rico has been getting a lot of more popularity in the media, right? Especially when it comes to like celebrities and things like that. So you could be getting a lot more popularity. You can be getting more noticed, more recognized. There's also something about being admired and appreciated as well. All right. It's kind of like that thing that's always been there, but now it's finally being appreciated. That's you. You would be the thing, essentially. No offense, right? But that's just how it is. It's always like that. All right. So, yeah, I think these are two different people. The person that's obsessed with you, and then the person that's like, oh, the only reason why he's obsessed is because of what he has or what she has. This could be a man trying to peek into your life as to why another man is looking up to you or admires you or is obsessed with you. Right? Take it how it resonates. Or a woman. You're gonna have to figure that out yourself. Depends on, right? Listen, I can go further and further and further and further into these just two cards, but I wanna Paisamiza. I told you. Look, Paisamiza. This person, they want to know what you have. They're watching you. They're trying to watch. They're trying to look. And I feel like whoever this person is, they can only get so much information watching and spying, tracking as well. I just heard the word tracking from a distance, right? From a distance. You can only know so much from a distance. So I feel like this is why this person is now trying to come towards you to pry into your life, pry into your business, right? Subtly asking, do you have a lover? Who's your lover? You know, where do you work? How do you make your money? Where do you live? What do you do? What do you drive? What do you have? Right? It's kind of like a silent interview, but you're definitely being interviewed. Like, it doesn't feel like an interrogation. It doesn't seem like an interrogation, but you're going to feel it. You're going to feel it because someone's going to ask you something and you're going to be like, wait, what? Just listen. Just listen. Listen to your ears. I need this deck. Hold on. Ugh. I gotta get used to this new chair. I like my new chair though. I'm also hearing phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. Do 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 do. Phenomena. So someone is just not making any sense. The things that they're doing, it just doesn't make any sense. The things that they're saying, it doesn't make any sense. Right? And it could be because they're just like, you ever have a conversation with someone who's like really, really paranoid? Right? I have. And it's like, what? That doesn't make any sense. What? Okay, wait. Okay, start from the beginning. Because I don't... Right? So people could also be feeling that way about this person because it's just something, it's just not... What's not clicking, Steven? Right? It's just because they're responding out of paranoia and anxiety. I'm hearing that song. I've never heard the full song. It's just the constant clips on the internet. So you know, Deutsche, that's her name, who sings the song. So yeah, you definitely have someone who's, they feel like it's gotta be what you have. God forbid you have... You know, it's so funny because let's say you have a pair of shoes, right? It's got to be those pairs of shoes. That's why he's obsessed with you. I feel like that was a southern accent. That's why he's obsessed with you. It can't be nothing else. That's why. That's true. Bless her heart. So then they'll get the same pair of shoes Well, why is he still obsessed with her? Why is he still obsessed with him? How come he's not paying attention to me? Because it was never about the shoes. It was never about the things, alright? It's about the soul. I'm hearing the word soul contract. Oh, no, no, no. Hold on, because... unwilling to change because they are scared. Listen, first of all, I love my cards. I love the Most High God. Second of all, I just said this in the very, very beginning of the reading. I said you got a bunch of people that are filled with anxiety because they're afraid of dipping their toes into La La Land. They're afraid of what's going to happen. What if? Yeah, what if? What if he says? What if she says? What if they think? What are they? Who are... Why? Why does it matter? Why? Like, why does it matter? Are you hurting anybody? Are you hurting yourself? Are you doing anything illegal? Are you doing anything immoral, unethical? So, I don't understand. And I get it. I do. Because... like I said, you don't know my story, right? So that's why I can confidently say having anxiety is just being really freaking nervous all the time. Any decision that you make, you're overthinking that. What if, okay, so if I get pizza today, am I going to get, okay, so what if I eat soup today? And, okay, well, I don't know, but maybe, what if I don't, okay, so should I take this path? It's a lot of that. It's a lot of that. It's so unnecessary. So unnecessary. So I know. I dealt with anxiety before. A bunch of other shit. Okay? It's just being really freaking nervous for no reason at all. And that feeling is good. It's important to have in low doses when necessary because it helps you with discernment. But always being in the energy of never being able to make a freaking decision, come on. It's too much. It's too much. It's unnecessary, unneeded, too much, and it stops you. It's a blockage. It hinders you. Alright? But you have to have strength to break out of that. That's really what that is. You have to have strength. And these people, they're too afraid. Like, where's your strength? Where's your courage? Where's your bravery? But they're the same ones that want to pry. That's why this person's obsessed with you. Because of your strength and your courage and your bravery. You can't buy that at the store. Right? Put it like this in a video game. You can buy all the cool armor for your character in the game. But if you are too afraid to go battle that demon in the game, your character is never going to battle that demon in the game because you're afraid. Oh, what if my character dies? What if? What if? You'll come back. But if you are too afraid to battle that demon, your character in the game will never battle that demon. And then your character in the game will never level up. Mind you, you gave your character all of this cool armor, all of these things, all the magic, all the potions, all the spells. But you haven't even stepped into the arena. You cannot buy that. You cannot buy bravery, courage, and strength. You either have it, you got to dig it up from within, or you don't. Or you're not going to. So I feel like they're trying to pry. It's got to be the things that you have. It absolutely is the things that you have. But you can't buy those things. And unwilling to change because they're scared. So what, you're going to be living with anxiety and be paranoid for the rest of your life and be obsessed and... Well, that's not fair that they have that. What do you have? Look inside your bag. What do you have in your bag? Right? I feel like a lot of people have stopped looking inside their bags. And their bag is just collecting dust and cobwebs. And if you would just reach down inside your bag and dust off that sense of courage that you had that you haven't thought of since you were like 8 years old. Okay, maybe you wouldn't feel like some type of way. Their fears are their problems. I should fix that. Yeah, their fears are your problems. It's not your problem, right? You want me to feel bad because you're afraid of what, living your life? What do you? How's that my problem? You want me to, like? I feel like it's like. If you were to say, do you want me to give you some of my courage? Yeah. That's not how that works. right? It is also, it's so crazy too, because if that was like ever a thing, it's not. If that was ever a thing, these people would want you to, can I have some fear? Or can I have some bravery? Can I have some courage? Can I have some of your strength? If you ever hear people all the time, I wish I had your strength. What's stopping you? Go get it. Dig it up from within. It's there. Go pull that lion out from, unearth it. You got it. Yeah. See, their fears are their problems. It has nothing to do with you. Right? You're supposed to, you're just really nervous about life and the world. I'm not. Okay? And that's not any shade or anything, but you broke out of that collective. They're going to have to break out of that too. So until they do, are you supposed to sit there and wait? Let your life pass you by, opportunities pass you by, because they're too afraid to live life on their own, or they're too afraid of, well, what if? Right? It's kind of like, well, I don't like the way this looks. Maybe I should change my outfit. 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 Next thing you know, you're like too late for the gathering or the party or the wedding or the event or whatever. Okay, well, if you don't figure it out, I'm leaving, because I'm not going to be late. You can be late if you want, because you're undecisive. I'm not. You not knowing what you don't want to do, or not knowing what you do want to do, you can't make that your problem, collective. That's going to hinder you. And that's not being mean, right? Because that's not like all the time. Like if you are unsure, sure, okay, well, maybe you should try doing this, right? A little bit of that every once in a while is healthy, but too much of, I don't know, what if, have you, what can I, how do, like, damn, like, am I supposed to make all your decisions for you? And they would say yes. They would say yes. But at the same time, they're wondering why people are obsessed with you. You can't go to the store and buy a jar of suddenly making my own decisions. Like, it's a constant what if, right? You're right. What if? Absolutely. What if? And if it happens, what if? Okay, so let it happen. People are so afraid of experiencing failure, embarrassment. This is a petty woman. I freaking knew it, man. I knew it. This is so, my God, man. Forgive them. Okay. Right? Forgive them because they not know what they do. For they not know what they do. So you got a petty woman that is obsessed with you. No, you got a petty woman that is filled with anxiety and paranoia. Well, that anxiety is going to lead to paranoia because they don't know how to. It's becoming overwhelming for them. It's too much, and it's just going to be like, now anybody and everybody is a threat. Okay, so be very cautious of this petty woman. But this petty woman is going to try to pry into your life, essentially, only because of I'm hungry. My stomach just growled. I don't want to eat, though. I want to go back to sleep. Anyways, because a man is obsessed with you, right? And they're trying to pry and peek into your life to see why this man is obsessed with you. And it's freaking them out because they don't understand why this man is obsessed with you. Because they can't see why this man is obsessed with you. For example, let's use a gold digger. A gold digger, you can see why gold diggers are gold diggers. Because of the money, the cars, the clothes, right? They're a gold digger. A social climber, you can see a social climber because they want the status. They want, the whatever. Okay? But a chosen one, you can't see why they're chosen. You can't see what makes them special. Especially if you're a karmic. And this is a karmic woman. This is a petty woman. Right? Petty woman, they live their life with, like, this is a petty people they take enjoyment in being petty. Like, it's just so normal for them, right? It's just normalized for them. They don't see it any other way. So this is definitely a karmic person. And so they can't see why this person, this man, is obsessed with you. And because they can't see, it's driving them crazy. And it's amping up their anxiety and their paranoia. Because they don't know. They can't figure it out. They can't see. This could be a karmic Libra. Could be a karmic Cancer as well. Could be a karmic Sagittarius. What's the other one hiding? A karmic Capricorn. So this petty woman could be a karmic Capricorn, Libra, Sagittarius, Cancer, feminine energy. Alright? Or it's just the fact that they can't see why people want to partner up with you. They don't understand something about that nurturing energy, how you know who you are, where you come from. This could be someone who doesn't know who they are, where they come from. And it's so funny because with that Capricorn energy, they're putting a lot of energy and work into trying to figure out you, and they're wasting it. All that energy is going to waste because they can use that energy for themselves. Capricorns, I love Capricorns because they're a really hard worker and they're determined, right? And it's crazy because this woman is not putting that energy into herself. And it's essentially like I'm getting High Priestess in reverse. I'm getting Blind. Also with that Sagittarius energy. I don't want to say it, but she could be kind of dumb or just like lacking in wisdom. Okay? So all of that, yeah, karmic Sagittarius, karmic Libra, what did I say, Cancer and Capricorn. I'm also getting to with the Libra and the Cancer energy. She doesn't, something about her partnerships, she doesn't know how to nurture them or care for her partnerships, or she doesn't care for partnerships, or doesn't care about, like, you know, partnerships are a responsibility. It doesn't matter if it's friend, children, lover, spouse, business. You have to nurture those relationships, right? Obviously not the same way. They all require a different level kind of nurturing, right? You're not gonna nurture your boss like the way you nurture your baby child. That's Kumi baby. You're not gonna do that. But it requires a level of nurturing. You do, right? You have to care about it. So that's what I'm getting karmic energy, right? They're not putting energy into the relationships that matter most in their lives, right? The Capricorn energy, the Libra energy, Cancer energy, Sagittarius energy. They're not seeing that's why, like, you're fucking up, you're failing. That's why they're not seeing that you're not focusing on the proper relationships in your lives. And these are petty women, or a petty woman. One could be multiple, depending on who you are, how known you are, how popular you are, right? How big of a star you are, but it's kind of like getting new levels, new devils. So like the more people that are admiring you, the more demons are going to pop up. It's just how it is, right? I'm getting for like every 10 admirers, you get like 2 new demons, and those numbers add up quick. They do. So that's that. What do we have on the bottom? Oh yeah, forgive them. Yeah, forgive them, for they not know what they do. They don't understand, right? They don't understand that the reason why they're doing this is because they've got demons that they're still being run by. I was also hearing that one song, Run Devil Devil Run, Run Devil Devil Run. Run Devil Devil Run by Girls' Generation. It's a really old song. Hold on, let me look up the lyrics now. Because now I wanna listen to that song now. It came out in 2010. You better run, 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 run. Run, devil, devil, run, run. Oh, it's mostly in Korean. But the one line says Super Playboy. Hold on, I'm gonna see if I can translate it. Wow. So whoever this man that is obsessed with you, I feel like their obsession is really triggering this petty woman, and it's making this woman, like, this woman is already petty, okay, and it's making this petty woman, like, I don't know, there's something, it's like giving scorned lover, it's giving it's like she's trying to find out who this man is obsessed with, because this could be whoever this woman is, right? If she's a woman, all women have an inkling, right? So she could feel like this man's energy is like being taken away from her and is going to somebody else, and so she thinks that it's going to you. You may not even know that this man is obsessed with you. But I feel like this woman knows that this man is obsessed with you. You may not know this, right? And she's trying to figure out what it is about you that has got this man so obsessed. This could be an ex of hers. This could be her current partner. This could be someone that she's interested in. This could be somebody that she's sleeping with. Listen. It says, get it right, you're such a bad boy, only curiosity rather than love. These are just the translated parts, okay? Not all of it's translated. In the meantime, I forgot because of you. I was deceived and fell for it. You're boring, you have no manners. You are devil, devil, devil. Yourself one and many man. Listen, it's rough translation. So just, disgusting perfume up to my nose. Explain who it is. Haven't you gotten over that horrible habit of meeting someone without me knowing? You see? Yeah, I feel like it's so crazy because this woman wants to know. So if she thinks, okay. Oh, I forgot. I don't have my arms there anymore. So you have this man that's obsessed with you, and this woman definitely feels some type of way. Be sure to look at other girls when I'm not around. You're a super playboy. Lift your head up and answer me. So I feel like this woman is like interrogating this man. It could be about you. She could be asking him questions about you too. And it's like, it's making her crazy because she's not getting the answers that she's expecting or wanting. So that's making her mad. And for all you know, you don't know any of this is happening. That's actually, I mean, if you have to go that far, like, so she's trying to ask him questions about you, and she's also trying to pry into your life. This could also be like from a distance, so she could be trying to use divination or tools, balls, scrying. So she's trying to pry into your life through this man that is obsessed with you, and also from a distance, but that might not be working well because she doesn't have the authority to do so. So she might be going to you directly and asking you questions, and you're gonna know because of the way it sounds in your ears. It's gonna ring. Like, you ever hear someone say something and you're like, wait, what? Right? That's what that is. It's gonna be this woman, because she doesn't know. It's driving her crazy, right? This is someone who inherently wants to be petty, but because they don't know something, it's making them anxious, and they need to, like, their outlet is being petty. That's their outlet, right? You know how some people, when they're feeling overstimulated or frustrated or whatever, they go for a walk, or they vent, or they whatever. This is someone who, when they feel some type of way, to make themselves feel better, they do petty things to other people. They lash out, and they don't know how to do that. They can't, because they're not getting information. It's just something is not. They're very disturbed right now. Okay, very disturbed, and they can't be petty, and it's making them go crazy. So you just be mindful of this woman, all right? Because I'm getting the Chariot energy. She's on her way. So if they're in a relationship, or if they're together, or they're exes, or they're friends even, this petty woman feels like this man, disgusting perfume up to my nose. So this man maybe talks about your scent. My phone just lit up. So this man could talk about your scent, or has talked about your scent, or maybe smelled something that reminded him of you, and then that made him bring up a story with you in it, and that triggered her. Something. And it's so funny because it said disgusting, or it said Playboy, and one of the first things that I said was there's a player playing games. The heavens will shake. So whatever this man, okay, so this man being obsessed with you, that's one thing. That's a whole other thing that will get dealt with, okay? And whether you are aware of it, that's whatever. But the fact that you have this petty woman that wants to take action against you because of a man that she's interested, or wants, or had, or wants to have, is obsessed with you. She wants to take action towards you. And that's a problem. That's a problem right there. That's when it's just like, okay, now you're doing a little too much. Now you're doing too much, right? It's one thing to stalk and spy and obsess and pry and poke and be nosy. That's one thing. But to take action because you feel some type of way, that's a whole different thing. That's a different ballgame that you're now entering, all right? And I feel like that's why the heavens will shake, because this petty woman wants to take action towards you. Like I said, I saw the Chariot. She's on her way. She's heading towards you. And that's the problem, because she wants to be petty towards you because of a man, whether or not you know about this, because of a man is obsessed with you. So a woman wants to be petty towards you because a man is obsessed with you. And that's that whole energy right there, right? With the karmic Libra, karmic Cancer, karmic Capricorn, karmic Sagittarius, you're focusing on all the wrong things. Putting all your energy, your determination, you're not nurturing yourself. You're not nurturing what you should be nurturing. Yourself, your life, the partnerships that matter. Obviously, if you're looking at a man who's not looking at you because they're obsessed with another woman, why are you going to be putting into that relationship? Why are you going to be pouring into that? You're nurturing that for what? Why? Right? You're obsessed with the wrong things. And that's why your partnerships are like where they are. Okay? That's a problem. All of that is Capricorn, Libra, Cancer, Sagittarius. Right? You're doing, it doesn't make sense when you could be putting all that energy, right? I'm getting like really heavy Capricorn energy. Instead of putting it into yourself, you're not. And you don't see with that Sagittarius, you don't see why your relationships, that Libra, are failing, because you're not nurturing what matters most, Cancer, right? Yourself. You'd rather be a petty woman because of a man than be a divine feminine. That is, and that's That's why the heavens are going to shake, because you're doing all this for what? All this hooting and hollering for what? Right? Your priorities are like messed up. Have you fed your children? Have you taken a shower? Have you brushed your teeth? Have you looked for a job? Have you applied deodorant? What have you done for yourself? Have you meditated? Have you reflected? Do you know who you, like, what are you doing for yourself? What is this? Pizamiza? No, they're not doing any of that, because they're looking at what you have. It's kind of like, what does she have that I don't have? What does he have that I don't have? Well, for one, it's minding your own business. On the bottom it says, there are cryptic messages in your dreams. It's so funny, because that was like one of the first things I was talking about in the very, very beginning. How I had like a bunch of dreams, and I just feel like with the amount of traveling I do in my dreams, I just be waking up like, oh, finally I'm home. You know, like when you're traveling and you go on a vacation, right? And then you come back and you need a vacation from your vacation. You're like, oh, finally I'm home. That's how it feels like when I wake up. I'm like, oh, finally I'm home. I can relax now. There's always something, man. Someone's got blue eyes, okay? I'm talking about blue eyes, blue eyes. What's the matter, matter? Blue eyes, blue eyes. What's the matter, matter? So blind, so blind. What's the matter, matter? Blue eyes, blue eyes. What's the matter with you? So you got someone with blue eyes that really feel some type of way, or they're crying, or they can't see, also with that Sagittarius, okay? I'm also getting blue eyes are what? They are a product, right, of not being able to reflect sunlight. Okay? It's like a genetic mutation. No shade, but it's... Go look it up. It's science. Science rules. That's what Bill Nye says. But yeah, something about reflecting the sun. So you could have... Oh my god, I feel so nauseous. I just wanted to throw up. Hold on, because I feel a little dizzy right now. You could feel, no. You could, dang, what was I going to say? You could have the sun inside of you. Like a ball of source, a light. Okay? And that goes back to what you have inside of you. I'm getting strength, lion energy, Leo the lion, confidence, strength, bravery, courage. You have all that. Right? Oh my god, I feel so dizzy, man. And nauseous. So that's what you have inside of you. Sorry, I feel like... Oh my god, I feel like just... Like I just got off a roller coaster. That's what I feel like. Nauseous and dizzy and like, woozy. Right? You know how like when you're on a roller coaster and you're like, woohoo! Right? And then after, like, your body's like readjusting and you're just like, oh, I gotta like, it's like that. Like something like my body just, like someone just shook my body like that. Right? You ever get like a can of whatever, you just like shake it? Okay? That's how I just felt, like someone like just shook me on the inside. Alright, journey, daughters of our mother, walkers of the unknown, take with you on this journey all that you own. That's your energy, right? Because it's like, okay, so what if they say that? What if, right? Someone somewhere is going to say something. So that's not going to stop you. You're going to keep doing what you want to do. But you definitely have a petty woman here that, I don't know, it's like they can't, either they have blue eyes or they just can't reflect the sun. They can't touch the light that is within you. They can't replicate it, they can't copy it, they can't buy it. Okay? And they want to lash out on you because there's something in you that they can't see why this masculine is obsessed with you. They want to lash out on you. And God's like, whoa. Now you're crossing the line. Now you're doing too much. That's too much. Now we got to step in. Now we're going to have to get up off our seat. And don't do that. And this petty woman's going to do it. Right? But just as she gets closer to you, so too will the heavens get closer to you. Right? Man, I am so dizzy right now. Why? Alright, let me get one card. I'll laugh if the journey comes out again. Please, can I have just one card? Wait a minute, I'll do that later. Bat. Ooh. Wait, I gotta read that again. Ritual. Whatever you're doing for yourself, collective, keep doing it. It's working. Can you feel them? Wild creatures linked by very blood you will spill into your craft. A ritual of dedication to self and those whose gazes hold fire, but whose whispers carry you softly through the unknown. You got people that are looking at you with fire in their eyes, and it's not envy. It's passion, intense passion. People are looking at you like you're like, I don't know, like people look at you and immediately they become, I'm inspired. It's like that. It's fierce inspiration that you ignite in people just by being you. Just because you be minding your business being you. Bat. That's so crazy. Invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. Right? What if? Okay, yeah, what if? Well, what if? What if? Listen, I want to give so many examples, but maybe not that one. Okay, I'll give you one. This one's tame. What if I wear my new shoes and I step in gum? Okay, so what if that happens? Scrape off the gum. You're gonna be afraid of stepping in gum so much that you're not gonna wear that new pair of shoes that you wanted forever because of a what if? What if you never step in gum? How about that? How about them apples? What if you never step in gum? And if you do, then deal with it accordingly. Right? Invoke thy power and fear not the hidden. What lurks is coming with undenying change. Okay? What lurks is coming with undenying change. You have this person that is lurking and they're on their way, and this person does not want to change. Okay? And you are a walking embodiment of change. Right? It's like you are inspiring people of, you know what? I'm going to wear those new pairs of shoes that's been in a box locked in my closet for 10 years because I've been so afraid of wearing them. And believe it or not, when you do that, eventually those shoes get broken down. They break down, right? I've seen people who collect shoes as a hobby, right? They collect them and then they just keep them there for years and years and years and years and years. And by the time they try to put them on, because why not? They break. They just fall apart. Shoes are meant to be worn. So go. Life is meant to be lived. So go. Right? I'm also getting that scripture. A person who has no rule over their own spirit is like a city broken down without walls. Right? You got this person they don't have any control over their life, and their life is crumbling. It's a mess. And then they wonder why your life is looking good over there. It's because you've been building your walls. You've been tilling the land. You've been living your life. So of course your life is going to look good, golden, and fun. Because you're living it. You're living your life. That's what you're doing. And this person, their life is like boring, dull, and drab. Oh. Are you getting up and living your life, or are you, well, what if? So that's a problem. That's it. There you go. Problem solved. Case dismissed. Right? If you're not living your life and you see someone else living their lives, it's not clicking that the reason why their life looks so good and fun, and it's because they're living it. They're living life. Okay? And this person, this petty women, multiple plural, right? They want to lash out on you, punish you, be petty with you because you got a man that is obsessed with you because you're living your life and your life looks good and you're living your life like it's golden, living your life like it's golden, right? And so when you're in that energy, it attracts people, men, women, children, and makes people, oh, I too want to live my life. That looks like fun. Living life looks like fun. And newsflash, it is. Living life is super fun. I love it. I love life. It's fun. But when you're in this energy, well, what if? That's not fun. That's not fun. You're sucking the fun out of your own life. And you're getting mad because, well, their life looks fun. What do they have that I don't have? Life. My friend, life. That's what they have. Do you have that? I literally just said something about either blue eyes or the lack of being able to reflect light, right? So it's either about source or you have brown eyes. Huh. Okay? You're so resourceful and abundant on the inside. You reflect the sun. You are the light. You are source. Ugh, what is that? 9 of Pentacles upright, that's definitely your energy, right? Very resourceful, abundant, independent, self-sufficient, healthy, wise. Okay? I feel like the biggest thing that you could ever accomplish in life is enjoying life, living life. Anybody that's close to their deathbed, you ask them, what was your biggest regret? Not living my life. Almost always. What was your biggest regret, Grandma? What was your biggest regret, Grandpa? Right? It's always the phrase, I regret not going after what I wanted. I regret not living my life. I regret. And it's always about life. Life is so precious to not be lived, not be loved, and not be appreciated. That's the problem. What if? Yeah, what if? And? Right? First of all, you got a petty woman that wants to attack a 9 of Pentacles. So either you're a divine feminine or you could be divine masculine. Another masculine is obsessed with the divine masculine and makes this woman feel some type of way because you're taking all my man's attention from me, right? Like, you spending too much time with him. Why is he your mentor? Why is he this? Why is he that? It could be something stupid like that, too. All right? Honestly, realistically, petty people don't really need a reason to be petty, right? But they just need you to give them. They want to be petty. It's already there, right? It's like someone got mad at me the other day for something so stupid, and I realized, you just want a reason to be mad, right? So I'm like, okay, go ahead, be mad. You already decided that you want to be mad. So no matter what I do, no matter what I say, you're going to get mad. Because you already decided you want to be mad. You already decided you want to be petty. That's what you decided. So it doesn't matter. Right? You can say, hey, how are you? Don't effing talk to me. Right? because you want to be mad. You already decided you're gonna be mad today. You're gonna be mad at that moment. You're gonna be mad at that person. You're gonna be petty. You're gonna be you already decided. So it doesn't matter. This person, but it's interesting because this person wants to be petty towards a Nine of Pentacles, right? Realistically speaking, there's no reason for the pettiness, right? That's why the heavens are here. The heavens are going to shake. The heavens know this person wants to come towards you to be petty, but there's no reason for the pettiness because you're the Nine of Pentacles upright by yourself in this energy. Your finances are good. You work on your own finances. You work on your own business. You work on your own garden. You work on your own resources, right? You're not taking resources. You're not taking money. You're not taking this. You're not taking that. You're not. If you were Nine of Pentacles in reverse, I can see why this petty woman wants to lash out on you, right? It's a petty woman lashing out on a gold digger or a petty woman lashing out on a hoe. But you're not. You're the Nine of Pentacles upright. So you're not a gold digger and you're not a hoe. So it's the pettiness is unjustified. That's why the heavens are going to shake. So they're just really being petty towards you because a man also sees you in this energy. And this petty woman thinks that this man is obsessed with you because of the Nine of Pentacles energy. So they're having a misunderstanding, right? This petty woman sees you as a Nine of Pentacles. And this man could too. But I really feel like it's the Nine of Cups. That's the underlying. That's a secret. Right, so you're being viewed outwardly as a Knight of Pentacles, which is great. I love that for you. Congratulations, right? But it's a lot of earthly things. The Knight of Cups, you can't buy that. That's you genuinely found true happiness within. Right, you made your dreams come true. You follow your dreams, which led you to the Knight of Pentacles, right? And I feel like this petty woman is anxious because she sees you as a Knight of Pentacles, and that's why it must mean. That's why this man is obsessed with you, right? But how you got to the Nine of Pentacles is because you made it yourself through the Nine of Cups. That's what can't be seen, right? And she can't see that. I don't know if this obsessed man can see that either, right? So, I don't know. But that's... Do with that what you will. We have the Four of Swords on the fence. I feel like this energy over here is the obsessed man. This man is looking at you. Okay. Okay, so this man that is obsessed with you is looking at you as something to rely on. Someone that they can rest their shoulder on. It's kind of giving like a child had a long day at school, right? And they look at you and they can finally be like... And they hug you, and now they can finally relax, and it's like that. So essentially, you would have this man who's obsessed with you, and they're looking at you like, I can finally rest my head. Okay? I can rest my head on you. And you're the Knight of Pentacles, upright. This man is looking for a place to rest his head. And he sees you. That's who I can rest my head on. That's who I can... Finally, home sweet home, right? This man is looking at you like, yeah, you're definitely my home, or you could be the home. And to this man, you're the Nine of Pentacles, so you must not have an emperor, right? Or if you're an emperor, you must not have an empress. If this is a woman that is obsessed with you, okay? But this man who's obsessed with you is looking at you like, well, if you don't have an emperor, then that means I could be your emperor. And this petty woman is livid about that. She's anxious because it's like any day now, he's going to get close to her. He's going to get near her. So it's like she's trying to rush towards you too. But it's like to be mean to you, and that's like unjustified. Right? So. Every woman, you're all in me. What is that song? I'm every woman, they're all in me. That's like an old commercial song. My nose is itchy. Hold on. Yeah, it's by Whitney Houston. It's called I'm Every Woman. I'm every woman. It's all in me. Anything you want done, baby, I'll do it naturally. I'm every woman. It's all in me. I can read your thoughts right now. Everyone from A to Z. Yeah, so this man is looking at you like you're it. You have it all. You got the Nine of Cups. You got the Nine of Pentacles. You're self-sufficient, beautiful, wise, wisdom, healthy, smart, nurturing, caring. This man wants to rest his head on you. Right? And this kind of energy, you can't relax in that energy. That energy is not fun. What if? I don't know. What if? Maybe. No. That's not fun. That's not relaxing. And that's not... that's so cozy. No. That's uncomfortable. And, like, your anxiety is gonna rub off on people. Relax. Right? So... you're carefree. You're walking down, and I've seen Journey too, right? That card Journey, Walkers of the Mothers of the Unknown. You could be a divine feminine, but look, she's walking down the path in her freedom by herself. Oh my gosh, excuse me, I keep burping. And this man, you know, wants to walk that with you. Wants to rest his head on you. My goodness, man. Ugh. Page of Wands upright. So her bright idea is to... I feel like it's so funny because she has a bright idea to head towards you to be petty. Oh, I know. I'll just befriend the divine feminine. I'll just befriend divine feminine, find out what she knows, find out how she does what she does, right? That's it. She wants, that's why it's like a can. She's trying to pry open into your business, but she has to be very, very careful because she doesn't want to get cut, right? She has to be very, very careful. That's her bright plan. That's what she wants to do, right? I'm also getting she's finding in the thought of being able to like punish you or be petty towards you or lash out on you. It's very exciting for this person, right? It's very... Petty people get enjoyment from being petty. Like I said, right? They get a thrill out of being petty. It's normalized behavior for them. All right? So the idea of this woman, you know, having a chance or the opportunity in their mind to be petty towards you, oh, they're for sure going to take it. They already decided they're going to be petty. Right? It's just, it's like, ooh, give me a reason to hit him. Give me a reason. You already decided you want to fight. You already decided that. Right? Now you're just looking, just look at me one wrong way, right? It's you can say, hi, how are you? And that's it. That's all it took for you to be petty, right? I had an interaction with someone recently, and it was so... And after the interaction, I was like, yeah, you definitely wanted a reason to be mad. So I'm going to let you be mad. Go ahead. What can you do, right? You're not going to do anything about it. Let them. That's not bothering me. Go ahead, be mad. Go ahead, be petty. Go ahead. It's not bothering me. It's not doing anything for me. I'm so good. You're still in the Nine of Pentacles upright. Right? You being petty towards me is not bothering me. It's just you fueling that demon inside of you that's eating at you. Right? That's why you have no light. Anyways... Also, this petty woman is inspired by you. She wants to be like you, right? It's so funny. Like, she wants to be like you, but it also makes her want to lash out on you because how dare you be the one that she wants to be like, right? But this is the same person that's like, what do they have that I don't have? But they're also inspired by you. Like, do you love me or do you hate me? Because I feel like you do love me, but you hate the fact that you love me. Right? So that's what that is. That's what that is. The Ten of Cups came out. Upright. Their fears are their problems. That has nothing to do with you. And you know that. You understand that. And you operate by that belief. That's why you are in the Ten of Cups, right? Nine of Pentacles, and this is something you did by yourself. Okay? You're in this energy by yourself. You're standing by yourself, right? Whether you're the divine feminine or divine masculine, an emperor or the empress, you are standing by yourself. You are making your 10 of cups happen. And you don't care what anybody has to say. Okay? You don't. I'm going to wear the shoes I want to wear. I want to wear that dress I want to wear. I want to wear that suit I want to wear. I want to talk to who I want to talk to. I want to work where I want to work with. I want to live where I want to live. I want to eat what I want to eat. And I don't care who says what about it, because I don't care. That's what I want to do. I don't care about what you think I should do. Am I hurting you? Am I doing anything illegal? Am I upsetting God? And if you are, sure enough, the Most High God will let you know, hey, don't do that. And you're like, okay, I won't say less. Got you. And God's like, all right, cool. We're good now. Simple. Simple. Very simple. You're doing this by yourself. And this petty woman, it's like, wow, that's amazing. She's doing that. But I hate that because I want to do that. But I love it because I want to do that. But I hate it because I want to do that. It's like, these are not the joys you're looking for, right? This battle is not, this person, they want to be petty towards you, but you're not, this is not, you're way above your head with this, this is, you want to go against Nine of Pentacles, Divine Feminine, or Divine Masculine, and the 10 of Cups. They did this themselves. Nothing you can do. You can't take away their 10 of Cups. They did it themselves. They made it happen. They made it happen. You can't take away their courage. They made it happen. It's inside of them. Right? Stupid. What a dummy. Now, it's one thing to be like, oh, you know, can you give me some tips and pointers? Can you give me some advice? And that's one thing. For sure. Absolutely. But to be all fake and weird about it, just so that way you can just like, because that's not fair. I want that. What do they have that I don't have? I'm going to go find out. Hey, how'd you get that? What? Get out my face. Judgment, upright on the bottom of the deck. On the bottom of the deck. So this person's being judged. I can also hear that you have a great sense of discernment, right? So it's one thing to be like, hey, I want to take your advice on something. What do you think? That's using your discernment. Okay, yeah, I'll give you advice, no problem. But when it comes to someone like this, I heard, or how did you get that? Or it's just use your discernment, because you're gonna hear it. All right, you're gonna hear it. It's just what? You're gonna hear it. You can hear the animosity in people's voices. You can hear the difference between, oh my god, congratulations, versus, oh wow, congratulations. Right? You can hear the difference. I can. I said it. Okay? So, I don't know. Let me see what else. One more card. 7 of Pentacles, or 7 of Swords are priced. Someone's trying to work really hard to do something really sneaky and manipulative. Right? They're trying to find a way to be petty in your energy. Trying to manipulate something. They're trying to get close to you, pry into your life, so they can try and, in a way, in turn, manipulate this man, because this man is obsessed with you, but they want that man to be obsessed with them. So they're going to try and get close to you, copy you, essentially, to confuse this man to be obsessed with them. But you already know, don't get close to me. So it's not going to work. Because they need you to allow them to get close to you, so that way they can pry, ask questions, copy, mimic your energy to confuse this man, because they want this man. The man who wants to rest his head on you, who's obsessed with you. That's the problem. When you could be doing all that energy yourself to become that energy that you so are inspired by. Instead of hating the energy because you don't have it, when you're already inspired by it, why don't you do what you can so that way you can be the energy that you are inspired by, instead of hating the energy that you are inspired by? They don't want to do that. They don't want to do that. All right? So you can see, you can sense the sneakiness, the manipulations, the treachery, right? You sense it. You know where it's coming from. You're not dumb. But this person is dumb. Anyways, this is a reading. Bye.